Lisa Klein here at the GBTA Broadcast Studio Live. It's great to be here in Boston. And with me, sitting next to me here is Saul Shanaher with beTravelwise. Welcome, Saul.
Thanks, Melissa.
It's great to have you here. And I understand you came in from England.
I did. We came in on Friday.
Wonderful. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself and beTravelwise and what beTravelwise does.
beTravelwise is a travel safety training and education company. So I have a background, I was military for many years and then did security and then went into the travel security space, and I did travel security awareness training for 5 years. And during that time I just saw that there's a big demand by organizations to train their staff in how to travel safely. And they wanted something a little bit different, a little bit more engaging, shorter, that would hopefully promote better practices to keep their people stress-free and productive on their assignments.
Great, great. Well, I understand you've got some exciting announcements today that you want to share.
We do. We've just developed a situational awareness video animation. So it's just educating travelers in situational awareness. It's an often overlooked part of personal safety, and it's often confused. People think it's incredibly complex sometimes and that you have to be a SEAL Team 6 member to be able to practice it, but in fact everyone can do it. But it's just giving people the pointers and the tips so they can incorporate it into their, in fact, everyday life as well as travel.
Right. And why situational awareness now?
Well, I think we've seen, in traditional low-risk countries, we've seen an increase in lone wolf attacks, whether it's people driving or knife attacks. And situational awareness is one of the most important things we can do to mitigate ourselves against a whole host of risks, whether it's petty crime, terrorism and other events. It's just being aware of your surroundings, looking for things that are abnormal that might cause you harm, so that you can react and hopefully get out of the way.
Great. Well, I know you've got a whole suite of training videos, but I understand the new one that you're getting ready to launch is animation. Is that right?
Correct. It is. So when we set up the company, we developed our e-learning products. To keep the time short, we developed animations. And actually for some things it's very easy to explain and demonstrate in animation very quickly and easily how to do for a whole range of things, like what to do in an earthquake. Very difficult to write text, and so illustrating that in an animation makes it very easy. And
I understand you can customize this for each of the companies that are using it.
We do.
Is that right?
We found customers want to have it in their own branding, so we can totally change the colors for it. And actually we've got an interactive color picker now, so people can just go in and their marketing departments and see which colors work for them.
That's great, that's great. You know, when I talk to travel buyers, one of the challenges I think that they face is generational. We've got the baby boomers, so a lot of people that have been here in the business for a long time, and then you've got the millennials that are coming up, right? And the way that we communicate with the different generations is a challenge. So tell me a little bit about how your training videos addresses that. How do you communicate with the
I think for starters, I think we're just trying to give practical, easy to follow advice. And whether you're a seasoned traveler or a new traveler,
keep it simple.
We're trying to keep it simple. And actually one of our first clients who took the animations, he showed our animations to his 8-year-old son and he said, "My son got it, therefore I knew it was good."
That's great. That's a great story. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share with this audience?
I would, we're quite excited about this new animation coming out, and I think what's really exciting from our perspective is actually we had client requests for this animation. So we had security managers with a couple of clients who said, "I need to be able to explain this to my people. Can you develop in the style of your other animations this animation?" So it's really good to have their input. And to understand that there is a real market out there. And I think, it's people looking at their phones walking down the street, and I think if they achieve, if you actually look up and observe your surroundings, you've achieved a whole lot in that space. That's
great. Well, listen, thank you so much for being here with us today. I think this is the second year you're at GBTA, right?
It is.
Is that right?
Yeah, lovely. First time in Boston.
Excellent.
So very excited to be here.
We'll have a great convention.
Thanks, Melissa.
And we'll see you on the trade show floor.
Brilliant.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
GBTA Broadcast Studio, Melissa Klein.